All right, so we're back. Episode 8.
8.
Episode 8 of Steve and Auryn Discuss. It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why. We just haven't had time. Or we forgot.
Last time you said that, like, you were going to do one, like, really shortly because, like, we had a lot of stuff busy. And so, like, and now it's, like, weeks and weeks.
I know, we just haven't got one done. But now we're doing one. And we're actually going to do another one right after this. So we have 2 to upload. So this is episode 8. And what's this one about?
Leviathans.
Yeah. So, usually when you say Leviathan, people have like an image in their head of something. So let's run through a brief little kind of history of it, and then let's talk about what people think about it is nowadays.
And then I'll do...
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so Leviathan actually began its existence, its time on this world, as more something related to biblical stuff. So it used to symbolize chaos. It used to be what it was, and it was really in everything that it appeared in. It was always something that was like threatening to eat, like the people, eat the damned, eat the people who weren't going up to heaven. So it was referenced in the Hebrew Bible, the Book of Job, the Book of Isaiah, and in the Book of Enoch. And in the Book of Job, it reflected Lotan, which that wasn't something I was familiar with, so I had to look that up. But that was a monster that was, I guess, defeated by the god Baal Hadad. And Lotan was said to resemble a large snake or dragon. And I guess there's a very famous painting of that particular moment where the god Baal slays this dragon in the water. But over however many years, starting in the 1700s, Leviathan began to be used to reference sea serpents and large animals and whales, and even in Moby Dick, the whale in that is referred to as Leviathan a couple times. So when you think of Leviathan, what do you think of?
That it lived with Megalodon because it actually did.
Yeah, well, there's an extinct species of whale called Leviathan.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it was actually an extinct species of sperm whale. I think is what it was.
Yes, sperm whale.
But so that's a massive whale, especially if it's living in the time of Megalodon. So then that begs the question, what did it fought? The Kraken?
We don't have any sightings of Krakens being discovered, but maybe it did.
Like fighting Leviathan?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, part of that could be that they were in water.
And also Krakens, that I think, I might get this wrong, don't have bones.
That's good. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, have we had any prehistoric squid fossilized? Yeah, we must have.
No.
I would think something was fossilized.
We've never.
Maybe that's because they're cartilaginous. So without the bones and the minerals can't solidify and be transformed into a fossil.
And without bones, of like the skin will just turn into something.
That's true. Yeah. So yeah. So do you think there's a chance Leviathan's still around?
Probably. It's probably like really, really like sperm whale.
Yeah.
And like we just might be like we just made a mistake and like there's Leviathans out there. And we see them, it's just a sperm whale.
Well, we talked about it a few episodes ago. Leviathan, maybe that's bloop. Maybe that's what made that sound, right? Maybe that's what caused it. It was a massive sea serpent creature way down in the depths. Maybe it stubbed its toe. It was like, oh, crap, my toe. Maybe that's what happened, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? Or maybe it was fighting a kraken, and one of its tentacles hit it in its like nether region. And Leviathan was like, whoa, my Leviathans. Maybe that's what happened, right? Hard to say, but yeah. So I mean, if we look at, you okay? You okay, Godzilla? So if we look at it as the biblical sense, it was used to symbolize very specific characteristics. If we look at it in the physical sense, the mythology sense, it was more of a real kind of like monster that, if you sailed out into the ocean, almost like how my hand just kind of sailed across your face there, you sailed out into the ocean, Leviathan would be something that you would be scared of attacking your boat, like in Sea Beast. Is it Sea Beast? Is that the movie? Remember on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sea Beast. That was a good movie. Yeah. But yeah. So, and do we have any last words on Leviathan?
I'll do all my facts.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so Leviathan is not like the sea serpent. Sea serpent. It's more like the sperm whale that we found. That when it stings, and it had sharp teeth like sperm whales do, but it was a little bit bigger, and it may have lived in packs to hunt down megalodons.
Could be, yeah. That makes sense. Especially because now they've got new research, there are new studies that are saying Megalodon was even bigger than we thought it was.
Yeah, like 80 feet.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. All right. Well, I think that's all we got for this episode. We got a really fun episode next one that we're about to film too. But this is episode 8.
Yes.
Leviathan.
Yes.
Steve and
Godzilla.
discuss. And Steve and
Godzilla.
are
In.
out.